Hello, I'm Stephanie Rodriguez, the founder and executive director of USO LMT. And this is another video on our website walkthrough series. There is a lot on the USO LMT website, and I want to walk you through it so you can use this as a resource for your practice. So today, I'm going to talk to you about the media menu on our site. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to share my screen with you, and I want to show you what is on this menu. Okay, so you should be able to see it now. The media menu is your third drop-down option. So on the media menu, we have issue briefs and press. So let's just go to that. We have been doing research for the last 2 years about massage therapy, what massage therapists want, what are the issues in massage therapy, and we have identified 10 major issues. I'm writing issue briefs about all of these issues, and we have 5 published on the site so far. So if you go to the media, issue briefs and press, you can find that here. So issue briefs, we have several you can download and you can read. The first one is massage and healthcare. This one was written with the help of Deb Kimmett. She did a lot of the citations and sourcings and all that stuff with me. So that one is here. You can download. You can read about massage licensing and classification, continuing education, entry-level education, and the massage workplace. All of these talk about the overarching issues and the deeper issues that we're experiencing in massage therapy and how we might be able to overcome those. So I'm going to open this one up just so you can kind of see what this looks like. So we talk about an introduction. We give a brief history of what the issue is. We talk about the implications of integrating into the healthcare system. And in every issue, we talk about, could this cause more issues, right? So in every issue, there may be more issues that are involved. So we talked about that a little bit, kind of what the current landscape looks like, evidence practice versus evidence-based versus evidence-informed practice, and what the reality of that is. And then we talked about essential workers. We talked about working alongside rather than beneath other healthcare workers. And all of these were based off concerns that came up when we talked to and listened to thousands of massage therapists. And so a lot of these issues came up over and over and over again in massage therapy when we were in our groups listening or just talking to people one-on-one. And then we gave a little summary of the issue here. We talk about some important things that we might want to consider as an industry if we are going to press forward on this issue. And then we talked about suggestions that to move the profession forward on the issue. So these suggestions are suggestions for massage therapists, suggestions for associations, suggestions for anybody that actually wants to work on the issue. And then in all of these, I kind of talk about what USO LMT's role is and what USO LMT's role might be. What are we going to support and how can we do that? So that is a piece of every single one of these. So important for you to have these if you really want to understand our issues kind of on a deeper level. We have a press kit here. If you're a magazine or you're a podcaster or you want to do a story about us, we have a lot of information here on our press kit. And there are downloads that you can get and also any press releases that we've done. So you can see we have one for when we did our rebranding. There's a letter from me, kind of a company backgrounder, fact sheet, leadership council bios, and all that stuff. And these things will be updated as needed. And so it's pretty current information right now, but we have added a bunch of people to our leadership council. So that document needs to be updated and will probably be updated in March. Our membership brochure is here. Our logo is here. So if you need any of that information, that's where it is. You can also download any press releases that we've done here. These are just for 2022. So this was the first one that we did. We also have a part at the bottom of every page, there is a button that will take you to the next page, or you can just go back to the menu if you want to. But I'm just going to go to surveys and petitions here. So you can also see it here through the media drop-down menu. Last year, we did a survey, several surveys actually. We did one on COVID and massage therapy. We did one called Give Your Workplace a Checkup for Massage Employees. This year, we have one out already. And this one is our Employer Survey 2022. So it's an anonymous survey. These only take a couple minutes. I think there's only 10 questions on it, but this one we're going to be running all year. And we want it to give us an idea of what employers are going through in the labor market and what their concerns are. So we are going to do our research on that this year, and hopefully we'll get some good information from employers that will help us continue to work towards improvement of the employee-employer relationship. So if you're an employer out there, please come and take this anonymous survey. That would be really great. It'll only take you a couple of minutes and it will really help us. We also have an area here for petitions. We don't have any petitions at this time, but if we decide to do any petitions, I usually use this site, change.org. One thing I will tell you about change.org is they always ask for donations when you're doing petitions. Those donations do not come to us. Those donations go to change.org to continue their work on their site. So if you do fill out a petition for us and you want to do a donation, there is a different way to do that up here. On donate. You can donate here and you can just do like a quick PayPal donation if you would like to do that to support the work that we're doing. But again, it does not come to us when you donate on a petition that we do. But this is a great platform for circulating petitions. So this is the one that I like to use. I will post on our socials if we do start any petitions and anything comes up. Also, the next page is interviews and podcast. So again, you can see interviews and podcasts here. Here, I would just want to talk about like your voice. Your voice is really the most powerful tool that you have. And I felt like when I started this, my voice needed to be heard and your voice needs to be heard too. So remember that. Make sure that you raise your voice as much as you can, and we will help you do that as well if you want to work with us or collaborate with us. So these are some interviews that I've done. I did one for ACES Massage Education. I did one with 2 massage therapists and a microphone. I was actually just on another podcast of the Happy Successful Massage Therapist, which I will be adding here. And if you're interested in interviewing me on your video podcast, your audio podcast, you want to talk about USOLMT and what we're doing, I would be happy to do that. There is a email address right here where you can just contact me. Also, if you speaking engagements. I love this quote. If you can speak, you can influence. And if you can influence, you can change lives. So speaking is so important and I love it. I went to the Massage Boss Summit. This was put on by DJ Turner and I love DJ. He's great. And I was there with 15 other speakers last year talking about hiring. That was what I was talking about. It's part of my background and my specialty. I was there with 15 other amazing presenters, and I think that DJ and I are going to be working on another project coming up this first quarter. So I'm really excited about that. If you are doing any kind of event like that, you're interested in having me speak, just email me. I would love to talk to you about that. And then also checking out our podcast. So if you haven't learned yet, our podcast actually works by polling our community. So we have a group called Massage Therapists Redefining the Future. We want our group to be involved in the making of our podcast. So we have guests lined up almost all year long already, and it's 2 to 3 guests per episode on the show. These can be educators, business owners. Sometimes they might even be clients. So these are people who really care about massage therapy and really want to help you make your practice amazing and exciting and wonderful. And so we're trying to get as many people involved in the making of this as possible so we can give you episodes that are relatable and relevant to what you want to hear. So join our group if you're not in there. fill out the poll. All you have to do is just make a choice. I'll give you 3 options every 2 weeks, and then you make the choice, and whatever you guys decide is what we talk about. And then also you can submit questions in there with the poll, and we will answer your questions on the show. Also, let's see, I edit the podcast. They come out bi-weekly. So we record every other Sunday. Between Sunday and Wednesday, I am editing the podcast, and then I release it on Thursday of that same week. And on Thursday, the releases are coming out on video on our YouTube channel. You can find them there. And in the descriptions of the YouTube videos, you can find information that we may have talked about in the podcast. There may be links to books or resources for you, and links to the websites of the people who are coming onto our podcast so that they can help you. So all of that information is there and available for the last 2 episodes that we did. And we will just keep that going all year long. So they're in video, they're also in audio. So if you just like to listen, you can find us on podcast, Apple Music, Spotify, Anchor, anywhere you can find podcasts, we are there. So look for us, USO LMT Massage Podcast. And again, bi-weekly, it's every 2 weeks, and once a quarter, I will be taking 2 weeks off. So we will have a 3-week break every quarter, and then we'll come back with our next season. So I'm really excited about the show. It's going really well. Our listenership is growing. And so that's awesome. There's some guidelines on here. If you want to be a guest on our show, you've never been on a podcast before, you might want to download this information. It will give you information about being a guest and what you need to do to prepare for that. And then here you can listen right directly on our website to the latest episodes. You can also add comments. So you can leave us a little note here about our podcast if you like, and then listen to the last several episodes. You can also become a paid subscriber. There are a few episodes that I did last year that are paid only for subscription now. If you're interested in those, you can go to this link and subscribe, and then you will be able to get those episodes. And you can also be a listener supporter. We would love it if you would do that. A supporter, you can do 99 cents a month, $4.99 a month, or $9.99 a month to help us support our podcast and to help us grow. So we would love it if you would do that. And then let's get to the next section. So that is our blog and our magazine. All right. So we're doing a magazine. Our first one comes out in March. And in March, the digital magazine will be available to our members. It is not going to be in print. It is all digital all the time. And then the members will get it for the first 30 days. And then in April, this magazine will be released to the public on our website. So our first issue, our magazine is called Hands Together, Building a Better Future for Massage Therapists. And again, it will be available every quarter, March, June, September, and December. There are advertising opportunities available for our magazine. We have a limited number of either full page or half page ads that you can do. The half page ads are $49. The full page ads are $99. I would love it if you are a supplier or coach or CE provider, anything like that, you want to get in our magazine to advertise to our base. I would love that. So let us know. You can just email us if you're interested in being an advertiser in the magazine. We are also looking for writers. So we have some recurring columns and also article submissions. So if you're interested in submitting an article to the magazine or writing for a column, you can certainly do that. And these are the guidelines that tell you about that. I'm going to open this real quick so you can see. So we have columnists that we're looking for the quarterly review, which is reviewing a massage product, a tool, a service, or a course. I would love to find a writer who wants to do massage product reviews or tool reviews or something like that. So if you're interested in doing a column 4 times a year for reviewing that sort of thing, I would love to have you do that. So let me know. We also have one for Coaching Corner. What I'm looking for in this one is for a dedicated massage coach to write this column. And if you're not a massage coach, but you're a writer and you're interested, you could do this, but you would have to seek out tips from massage coaches to write this column. So if you are a coach and you're like, oh, that would be a good opportunity for me to get in front of a new audience, please message me and let me know if you're interested in doing that. We also have one on personal maintenance. This is a variety of self-care tips for massage therapists. I would love to have a dedicated writer for that. And then a section called business therapy. So that would be business tips for massage therapists. And I'm looking for somebody who, wants to write 4 articles per year to put them in there. You can send me all 4 articles at once if you want to. I will save them and just add them to the issues as we go, or if you can do it once a quarter if you like. So let me know if you're interested in doing that. We have our calendar here for, when is the magazine released? What's the deadline for submissions and all that stuff. So that's on here, how to submit your article. So you can download this if you're interested in doing that. We also have, this is where the public will be able to download the magazine. For the members, this will be sent to you via email. Okay, so look for it in your email. Otherwise, you can download the magazine here when it is available to the public. And then the next part of this section is our blog. You can be a guest blogger. I just had a guest blogger on the blog last week, Dr. Matt Maggio, and I have another guest blogger coming up this week. If you're interested in being a guest blogger, you can just come here and download our guest blogger guidelines, and it will tell you a little bit about submitting an article. And we do our blogs every week that are posted on Monday. And then our blog articles are here in a list. You can use any of these categories and click on here to find a topic that you're looking for, or you can just go through the list of what we have available. So all of that is there. And there is a little thing here where you can stay connected and subscribe to our blog updates. And then you will just get those automatically in your email whenever we send out a blog. There's also a little button here to submit your contribution if you are wanting to write for us. So you can just go here. This will take you to our Connect page. And even on our web page, there is a little thing here to attach a file. So you can attach your Word document or PDF file or whatever it is that you want to send to me just right here. And you can also sign up to our email list for updates. So that is all available here on this page for our blog and magazine. And then next you can go here and learn more about advertising opportunities. So you can be part of the magic of our quarterly magazine. And there's more than just the magazine. So we're looking for suppliers, vendors, course providers, coaches, event planners. If you do anything cool for massage therapy, let us put you in our magazine. That would be great. There is a toolkit here. It's called a media kit. You can open this up and it will tell you a little bit about how you can get your advertisement into our magazine. It will tell you a little bit about our readership base, our audience, kind of getting in at the ground level, what types of advertisers that we're looking for, and what the ad options are. You can create your own ad, or you can send us your information and we will create the ad for you. It doesn't really matter to me. The price is not going to change either way. And then these are the columns that we have in our magazine. So it's boardroom. This is from the Leadership Council. Glossy and Bossy is going to be our cover story. Got our quarterly review, product reviews, coaching corner, massage room makeovers, tales from the treatment room, stories from massage therapists, Newswire, the last quarter news that has come up in massage therapy that may be important to you, brain food, personal maintenance, business therapy. There's a calendar of events. I'm going to highlight some massage therapists that I love following on TikTok as well. USO LMT in action. So what we're doing as far as advocacy work, government relations, any other social sites. And then I'll put an ad index of all of our advertisers at the end of the magazine. So if you're interested in doing that, let us know. Again, it's all here, full page $99, half page $49. And there will be no more than 5 full page ads and no more than 10 half page ads per issue. We want this to be a magazine that people actually read and not something that's just full of advertising. So those are our limits as far as advertising goes. And you can find all of that under advertising. You can also sponsor one of our events or sponsor our podcast. So if you are looking to sponsor an event, there is a guide here on how to do that. These are our quarterly engagement opportunities or our mentorship moments sessions. We also have an annual members meeting that we're going to be starting this year and an annual conference. So if you are interested in sponsoring those, the conference will have different guidelines, but this is basically like how to do a 1-minute ad, 30-second ad, 15-second ad on any of our recorded video events. So a platinum sponsor, you get a 1-minute ad in the middle of the event. It's $149. Gold sponsor is $99. The silver is $59. And we talk about all of that. You can also shift how much time your ad is, and that will be a little bit different pricing. So all of that's in there. How to sponsor an event, when things are due, what we need, and then these are all of the dates. So you can get all of that information here if you're interested in being an event sponsor. And then we have the same type of deal here for podcast sponsors and where your spot will be and how much it costs. To sponsor the podcast, it's not as expensive. You can get a 30-second ad in the middle of the podcast for $39. They're also $29 or $19, depending on where you want your ad placement to be. All of the dates, again, are also here and when we would need to have your information to get you onto the podcast as a sponsor. So we would love to have you as a sponsor or an advertiser. Please let us know if that's something that you are interested in. And that's basically it for our media menu. Issue briefs and press, very important, all here. If you are interested in learning, please download those issue briefs. Surveys and petitions. We will be doing these throughout the year. If you're an employer, please go on there and fill out the survey that we have on there currently. And we will let you know if there are any petitions that we start. Also, interviews, you can keep up with my interviews. And if any other member of the Leadership Council happens to be interviewed anywhere, I will also add their interviews onto this section. And also you can listen to our podcast here directly from our website. The blog and the magazine. Again, the blog is every week on Monday. Magazine is quarterly. First episode due out in March to the members and then in April to the public. And then these wonderful advertising opportunities that we have available for you. So next time I come back, I will talk to you about all of the cool resources that we have for you. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will talk to you again next time. All right. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen. Okay. Thanks so much for listening. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you again soon.